So here's a question for you. What do you think you could create for nearly $100 million? Like if somebody gave you $100 million right now, what cool toy could you invent? Because these jokers have created this Oculus Rift, this VR, virtual reality headset, and from what I'm reading, they have nearly $100 million that it's taken to basically get this thing off and running. Now, personally, I'm super excited for this Oculus Rift. I know there's been a lot of people talking about, it may cause headaches and, what happens if I wear glasses and, that sort of thing. I've heard people talking about that. What if I have a history of seizures and all this kind of stuff. But, I think that they're going to have that stuff pretty much worked out by the time this thing comes to market. And some people are saying it's going to be a couple of years anyway before it comes out. Maybe, maybe a bit sooner. I know Cliffy B's behind it. Our boy Cliffy B, he's behind it. So, it's getting the funding that it needs. And honestly, for a project like this, it really just needs a lot of money thrown at it. You know what I mean? The tech is kind of there, but it requires a lot of R&D and that sort of thing. And I know they've been showing this thing off at like trade shows and expos, getting people's feedback on, how it fits on their face and that sort of thing. So I don't know, man. I'm kind of interested to see what this thing can do for the market. They're saying that it's going to obviously benefit gamers, but they're also saying it can help with film, education, architecture, design. How cool would it be if you were sitting in class, inside of your classroom, you had this thing on your face, and maybe you were studying something like interior design or something like that, and you could basically, you could be looking at a virtual house, and you could be building the house and painting the walls and all that kind of stuff in virtual reality. You know what I mean? That's pretty epic. So I don't know, man. I'm kind of interested to see what happens with this thing, not just for gaming, but just in general. You know what I mean? Some people are saying you could even take like tours of other like countries. You know what I mean? Like if you wanted to go to Paris, instead of getting a flight and flying all the way across the world or whatever to go to Paris, you would just do it from your living room. You know what I mean? That's insane to think about. And I know they've got Cliffy B back in this thing. He's done it financially. And I know some people have issues with Cliffy B, some people don't. Regardless of your opinion of the dude, he is well known in the gaming industry, and he can sell this thing. If he's the spokesperson for this thing and he's backing it, then a lot of people will give it a little bit more attention than what they would have, did they not have that celebrity stardom kind of attached to it. But if you guys hear anything, let me know, send me articles, because I'm very intrigued by this. You know what I mean? I'm very intrigued by this. I think if this launches correctly, this could usher in a new wave for the way that we do everything. This could be like the next Facebook. This could be like the next Google. This could be the next big thing. All right, guys, so the Battlefield 4 saga continues. And the reason why I want to cover this again today is because I've actually had people send me messages on YouTube telling me that I'm wrong for saying that we are testers for these games, that we're not testers. In their mind, somehow we are a part of a community that, is supposed to appreciate what these, I guess the developers are trying to push the envelope on the technology, and with that push is going to come games that have issues, and we should just accept that and help them correct the games so that we can help move this community forward. I get that, right? I get those kind of comments on YouTube from various people. So this article reads, DICE ask Battlefield 4 PS4 owners to help diagnose dreaded CE-34878-0 crashes. So let me just read you the first couple sentences of this article, and then we're going to break this thing down. So it says, DICE asked players who have received the dreaded crash when playing Battlefield 4 on PlayStation 4 to spend a few minutes writing out a detailed report for the developer to help them locate the root of the problems. Now, some of the details they're asking you to write into your report is, what game mode you were playing, maybe what map you were on when it crashed. So I'm just going to go ahead and address this to anybody who's left me a comment on YouTube stating to me that we are not testers. This is all the proof that I need to tell you that we are. You see what I mean? We are testing these games. So I've said this before and I will say it again. We spend $60. Think about this now. We spend $60 to buy a game that we're supposed to enjoy and have fun with. Okay? Now what's happening here is that we are spending $60 to get a game that's broken so that we can fill out crash reports to help them fix their game. We are paying to help them fix their game. Think about that. Let that sink into your brain. You're not paying $60 to enjoy a game anymore. You're spending $60 to test the game for these guys. We spend $60 to buy a game to have fun with the game. Okay? That's what I spend my $60 on. I'm not sure what you guys spend your $60 on, but when I spend $60, I want to enjoy the game. I want to play the game and interact with the game. I don't want to be sitting at home filling out crash reports. You see what I mean? I didn't spend $60 to fill out a crash report. And I think if Titanfall does something like this, or Destiny does something like this, then, you know, it's going to be the same old thing. We got to fix this thing, and we do that with our dollars. You know what I mean? You got to be returning these games. You got to stop buying games on day one. We're going to have to learn how to consume these products a bit smarter, and in order to set the example to these companies that we're not going to buy something that doesn't work. But anyway, guys, hopefully you have enjoyed today's show. I will see you guys tomorrow. You guys be good.